project is to create a device that can well, the purpose of this project is to create a device that monitors procedure activity, but is also portable. And really, the problem at this point in time is that there's seizures that are occurring in certain patients, and they're missed, and they aren't treated, or they can't be treated with medication because they just aren't responsive. They aren't responsive to medication, and they aren't responsive to the current surgical procedures, and so. And so there needs to be another option for these patients. Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you. Okay. So for these patients with this neurological disorder, there needs to be another option. So this is the overview for this project, and it's what I have here is a breakdown of the 3 functional blocks of SADI. The first functional block, it has 3 main tasks. It's to obtain a signal, to amplify that signal, and filter that signal. So obtaining the signal, that's really interfacing with the body. And then filtering the signal, that's important because there's a lot of signals all around us. I mean, even this computer right here, it can interfere with bioelectric signals, and it's a lot larger signal than a bioelectric signal, which is on the millivolt scale, versus this computer here, which is a volt scale. So filtering is a really important part of this step. And then amplifying the bioelectric signal, since it is so small, is another big part of this functional block. And then the second functional block is the microprocessor. During this project, I was using the Arduino, as a lot of the other groups were. If I were to go back, I would probably use another microprocessor, just because the Arduino recently switched over to a new way of operating where it switches between different sensors that you're using, and this is just so that it can process more at once, and that's really great because you want to be able to process more without overloading your processor. for this project in particular, I want to be able to have all the data all at once, because you don't want to miss something. And then finally, the final functional block is the alert system, and the alert system goes off in the event of a seizure. And here, it's this LED. So this is what SADI looks like when it's all taken apart. A lot of it's covered up by clothes, and that's kind of the point because, well, not this, but that's kind of the point because you don't want it to be something that's standing out all the time. But you can see the pulse ox here, the EMG, which has sensors there, and it picks up muscle activity, the microprocessor, which is contained within the box with the power supplies, and then the EEG. So here, the ones that are outlined, those are present for its functional block, and they are what are actually interfacing with the body. The pulse ox, initially, I was going to take this display off because it was just going to consume less power, but it was kind of nice to have it on there just because I could see that, oh, the power isn't failing. So I ended up leaving it on. Here you can see the pulse oximeter. What this basically does is it monitors the heart rate and the O2 saturation. This sensor is a little bit unique because I ended up putting a microprocessor in this sensor. And I think that as future generations of this device come along, the sensors will end up having microprocessors in each sensor. And the reason for this is just as I was saying before, the microprocessor does tend to have too much going on for it to monitor everything all at once. So that's one way of overcoming that obstacle, to have microprocessor in each sensor. And then it also gets rid of a lot of these wires because it does inhibit a lot of the movement of just daily activity. Okay, so this is the EMG, or the electromyogram, and it monitors muscle activity. So that's the EMG, and then it hooks up to the Arduino. And then the actual leads are attached to my arm. Sorry, leads are attached to the arm. Okay, so the data looks like this. The raw signal is here, and sorry, it's a little bit small, but the initial signal is actually in volts. So the first thing that you need to do to the signal when you're processing it is to run it through a high-pass filter so that it's back to the millivolt scale. And the reason that it's initially in volts is because of what I was mentioning earlier, all of the noise. So after it runs through the high-pass filter, it needs to be rectified. So basically, it flips all the negative signal up to a positive, and then it's time average, which kind of gives it a little bit of a cleaner look. And that is, it gets it ready for an envelope. So for future versions of the device and wireless transmission, it needs that cleaner signal. And also for this version, you want a cleaner signal so that it's easier to read exactly what the threshold is. Okay, so the EEG, this is actually from this EEG is from NeuroSky. What is actually being read here is several different wavelengths, and so the NeuroSky chip itself was ready to go, and being used on a daily basis, but for the demo that I'll show you in a bit, it's being used to control the ball speed. So this is what the data looks like. These two values here, they're used in the NeuroSky controlled games, and all the literature that's out there doesn't really tell what these values come, or where these values come from, and so I chose to exclude them here because I can't really tell you what they mean. So I was also working with another team that was developing something similar to the NeuroSky product, and they were able to accomplish something very similar to what NeuroSky has out. They're planning to also incorporate an accelerometer into their EEG, and the point of incorporating the accelerometer is to actually be able to account for some motion artifact. So if I go like this, it messes up the data that this EEG picks up. And so being able to incorporate an accelerometer would be beneficial just because it would allow people on an everyday basis to be able to move around a little bit more. So here's, in the development stages, what the EEG signal looks like without being broken out into all the different component signals, so the delta and beta waves. So the prototype during testing, I had the true data days, and those were tested during everyday activities such as kind of just laying around and then doing more active things like running. I included this picture so you could see a little bit more of where the device is placed and everything. And then true positives, they were tested with function generator so that you can see, or I can see, that my device was actually going off when a seizure was occurring. So in conclusion, I was able to create a portable device for seizure detection, and I also discovered that various applications, there were various other applications for a device like SADI, and that there were applications for iterations of such a device, and by iterations I mean something more like this. So if you have a physical system, you can monitor the system with other types of sensors, not just something like on the body. If you have an environment that needs temperature control or something like that, or pH control, then you can monitor with those types of sensors as well. And then you can have your code, your conditions, and then interpret those outputs and have, again, the alarm and system response and the control. So I'm going to come back to this demonstration and do that at the end. But in the future, as I was mentioning previously, in order to get rid of the wires and continue reducing the size, I think it would be valuable to use something like ASICs, which would be really beneficial in order to just get rid of, well, like I said, get rid of the wires, decrease the size. And then with ASICs, you'd have a wireless device in each sensor. So then you still have your main microprocessor, but each wireless, or each sensor would have it's a wireless device. It would report back to the main microprocessor, and then you would still have the or you'd still have SADI, just still a little bit more flexible. As I mentioned before, I would use a different microprocessor that has a little more flexibility. One that just came out was Raspberry Pi. As mentioned in the previous slides, expand the types of sensors. And then I think all this work is kind of working towards a prediction device. I'm out of time, but with the prediction device, you can actually control action potential. So here is an action potential, and if you're able to predict when an abnormal action potential is going to occur, you can use some sort of circuit to prevent this peak from occurring. So if this is your control circuit, then you can see that these peaks aren't